Is everybody ready for some memorabilia tonight? I hope so, because we've got a lot of it. Yeah, we're going to be breaking quite a bit of memorabilia, both in chunks like this and also just add-ons to various nights. And we'll be doing that probably through the end of the year. I do have a fair amount of memorabilia around here, and we're going to try to work through the vast majority, if not all of it, by the end of the year. So tonight's just another step on the way. I think I've got that a little bit crooked somehow, don't I? Yeah, I'm always hitting that tripod. All right, before we actually get started ripping, there is some information I like to go over. So while everybody's getting in and getting settled, we're going to go ahead and get started with that. So feedback, it is automated on eBay. Anytime that you leave positive feedback for me, you are instantly going to get positive feedback in return. And of course, the other thing there is to say thank you. I always appreciate you being here, bidding and breaking with me. A lot of times you hang out and chat with me too, so I'm glad to have you spending part of the evening with me here on this Tuesday night. This is what it looks like in the days ahead. So tomorrow we're going to be opening a Leaf autographed baseball bat and an 8-box case of Illusions football. On Thursday, we're going to open a half case of TriStar autographed actual footballs, actual official footballs, along with a 10-box half case of Donruss Optic Choice baseball. On Friday, we have a new release, which is Leaf Ultimate Draft Baseball, and provided that UPS brings it to us on Friday like they're supposed to, we'll be opening a case of that Friday night. Saturday and Sunday will both be off nights, so that's where we are with that. And there's a lot of information on this page, so let's talk about it for a second here. If you hit something in one of these breaks tonight, it's going to ship out to you sometime between now and next Tuesday. So it's just a 7-day window that we use on free shipping breaks like these. Now, sometimes it goes towards the beginning, sometimes towards the middle, sometimes towards the end, but it would not be in any circumstance later than a week from today that will be out the door if you hit something. Now, if you're in one of these breaks and you don't hit something, you are still entitled to a consolation card. That is simply a single, loose, random trading card. Can be from any year, any series, and typically I hang on to it and send it with your next package when they're free shipping breaks like this one is tonight. But if you would like it sent sooner by itself, all you need to do is hit me up, send me a message on eBay and let me know, and we'll take care of it for you. This is also the order that we're going to go in tonight. So the Hit Parade Series 3 licensed autographed baseball jersey will be second. The full-size, the full-size football helmets are second. The football jerseys are third, and the mini helmets are fourth. Now, that's assuming all the payments come in. We do have several unpaid helmets in the full size, but they all belong to one person. So if that gets paid, we'll stick with that order. If for some reason that doesn't get paid, we might bump the jerseys up ahead of the helmets and come back around. So we'll kind of take that under advisement as we get closer. But meanwhile, first up, it is the 2020 Hit Parade Series 3 licensed autographed baseball jersey. This is break number 1 of this particular product. And of course, everything that we are opening tonight ended tonight on eBay, which is Tuesday night, the 17th of November. We did have a few teams that didn't sell in here. You'll see that those are noted as no bid, breaker, retains. Obviously, if something comes out for one of those teams, it would just stay here with me since it did not find a forever home with its eBay listing. Otherwise, you will find the eBay user ID across from their team. Now, if you're in a different break tonight, not this full-size jersey break, you are going to get a chance to see your name up there in lights when we get to your break. I've got one more little thing to do here. You're going to notice that your background gets a little out of focus in a moment, and that is intentional. Please don't worry about that. I mean to do it, and I promise we're still going to be able to see everything that we need to see. So that ought to get us about where we need to be tonight for it. And we are ready to take a look at some baseball jersey action. Jay Allen is here. Hi, Jay Allen. He's running down the way we start the breaks every night. That is true. That is how we do it. Hi, Zach. How are you, Zach? Jay Allen needs the Phillies in here. And Dominic is here. Hi, Dominic. And Joker's Tribe is here. And the Indians are actually already sold in here. Everything is sold ahead of time. The only place we might have spots are if some of those teams are unpaid when we get ready to do the break. So that's where we are in terms of that. And Chad, you probably just missed the rundown there, but we'll be hitting it again in a second. You'll be able to see what order we're going in shortly. So Hentgen is our jersey tonight. So let's get a look at this. Who is authenticating this? A frozen pond. Have you ever even? I haven't. But anyway, Toronto, you got a nice little jersey here for your Blue Jays. The signature's pretty small, but there it is. And you've got, I guess, what is that? A frozen pond certificate. Well, not really a certificate of authenticity. That was the sticker. And there, of course, your Blue Jays logo. It is an official Majestic Major League Baseball. Obviously, these are licensed jerseys. So there you go. Our licensed jersey is headed out to Toronto and the Blue Jays. I will fold this up a little bit better later, but for now, we just need to get it back in the bag. So Toronto with our licensed jersey. Now let me see where we are, if our full-size helmets have gotten paid. If they have, we're going to go to them. If they are not yet paid and still sitting out there, because there are several of them, we'll probably move forward, open the jerseys, and turn around and come back to the full-size helmets. And yeah, they are not paid. I really hope we don't have to resell all those, but we may have to, so we'll find out shortly, I guess. In the meantime, we'll just cycle through and do the football jerseys. We'll come back around to the full-size helmets. So let me get our spreadsheet info up here one more time. And yeah, you probably heard this a minute ago, but then again, a few of you look like you might have jumped in late. So here's the 411. If you hit something, it's going to be out the door and on the way within the next 7 days. Free shipping stuff always just goes within a 7-day window. If you don't hit, consolation card typically sent with your next package, since it is a free shipping break. If you want it sent sooner by itself, hit me up and let me know. Baseball jersey is done. We're going to skip ahead to football jerseys since we have several unpaid spots on the full-size football helmet. And then after the jerseys, if that person still hasn't paid for their spots, then we're going to have to come back and find a home for them in chat. So that is how that's going to roll along tonight. This is a 6-box case of 2020 Gold Rush Series 3 autographed football jerseys. It is a full case break number 1 of this product. And of course also ended tonight on eBay, which is Tuesday night, the 17th of November. Once again, you'll find your team names on one side, your eBay user ID across from each team there on the opposite side for this particular break. So give me a second to grab that case, because you know I always have them set behind me in order, and now we're going a little bit out of order, so just give me a hot second here. Well, at least out of the order that I had planned on them to go, I should say. There's not technically a technical order, I guess, other than just how I have them sort of planned out ahead of time. When people cooperate and pay their bills, anyway. All right. Whoops. All right, let me get this empty case off the table. And then let's get our football jersey on. We get our football going. Chris has joined us. Hi, Chris. Jay Allen's telling whoever's got that full-size helmet, if they're in chat, please go pay for it, he's saying, because they're about to go find a new home. Joker's Tribe, most memorabilia does not have a checklist. Gold Rush does, and you would have seen it there in the listing description. I put a copy of it in there. But the vast majority of repackaged memorabilia products do not have a checklist. They do offer hits for every team, but they do not have checklists, generally speaking. Starting off with the Eagles and Donovan McNabb. There is your signature, your Beckett COA paper, and your Beckett sticker authentication. So the Eagles first out with a nice little Donovan McNabb. Jay Allen, that is a good point. Sometimes people are watching and don't have their audio on, and so yes, it is always a good idea to write it out like that. You know I always appreciate you having my back on stuff like that. Got a Jerry Rice out next. We're starting off pretty well, aren't we? I like it. So there is your Jerry Rice autograph, 49ers. It is JSA authenticated. You've got the paper and the sticker. So at the moment, we are Eagles and 49ers. Next, I've got a little Mike Ditka, Chicago Bears. And your signature, Beckett authenticated, both paper and sticker present. So we're Bears, 49ers, Eagles. Well, if I can manage to get the plastic off of that one's trying to fight with me, isn't it? All right, I have got, is that O.J. Simpson? Oh my God, it is. O.J. Simpson, oh, who would have thought, right? I guess time heals all wounds, for some people anyway. It is JSA authenticated. There is your sticker. There's your paper JSA. This is, of course, on his collegiate jersey. So naturally, I did not talk about this up front, but I should have. So here is how this works. When it is a collegiate jersey, if it is an active player with a current, an active player on an NFL roster, it goes to their current team. When it is a retired player, like dear old OJ there, and I use dear, yeah, not really in the way that you might think, but anyway, it goes to the team they played for the longest, which of course, in the case of OJ, was the Buffalo Bills. I'm really just shocked that they even put him in a product, but they did. So there you go. We are Bills, Bears, 49ers, and Eagles, our first 4 jerseys out of this case. And here comes the next one. All right. Next up, another on a collegiate jersey. It is Ryan Tannehill. And there is your Tannehill autograph, along with what appears to be a player hologram authentication, plus the Beckett sticker authentication and the Beckett paper COA. So, of course, Ryan Tannehill is the Titans. So that one headed to Tennessee. Bringing us to lucky box number 6, a little last box mojo coming into play here for the jerseys. If we haven't hit it for you yet, let's hope we hit it for you now. Here we go. Oh my God, Zach said hide your wife. Talking about OJ. Oh, that is brutal. Oh, so funny though. So funny. Okay, this one is the Steelers. This is Mason Rudolph. It is Leaf authenticated. There is our Leaf COA and the Leaf hologram certification and your sticker, or not your sticker, and your signature for Mason Rudolph. I got myself all sidetracked looking at Zach's comments, which were pretty funny. So, all right, so once again, let's recap it. We've got the Mason Rudolph on a Steelers jersey headed to the Steelers, and Ryan Tannehill on a collegiate jersey, so of course going to his current team, that is going to be Tennessee and the Titans. An O.J. Simpson, unbelievable, on a collegiate jersey, and that, of course, he is retired, so it goes to the team he played for the longest, which is the Titans. The Titans was Tannehill. It's the Buffalo Bills for OJ. Mike Ditka out for the Chicago Bears. We had a good-looking Jerry Rice jersey here for the Niners. And we got it started tonight with one you don't get all that often, Donovan McNabb for the Eagles. Okay, so that's our jersey break. I'm going to get these put out of the way. Give me a second to get this cleaned up and out of the way. And I'm going to come back and we'll see where we sit in terms of full-size helmets. We might have some spots available if they're not paid yet. But first things first, I got to get this out of the way. Okay, dokie. Let's take a look and see. Everybody cross your fingers. Let's hope this is paid now and we don't have to try to resell these because that's going to be such a pain. And of course it's not. Because it's been that kind of day. I have to tell you, it really has been just a horrible day from pretty much the time I got up onward. So this does not somehow surprise me. There are a lot of teams that we're going to have to try to find homes for here, okay? And let's run down them. So the Patriots, they ended on eBay at $34. The Saints ended on eBay at $32. Tampa Bay Buccaneers ended on eBay at, might as well say $33. It was $32.99. And then the Raiders ended at $39.99, so basically $40. Excuse me. So those all belong to one bidder. So what I need to do is find a home for all four of those because I can't cancel part of the order without canceling all of the order. Priority would go to someone who wanted all of them. If no one wants all of them, then we're going to be looking at basically individual teams, however we need to do it. But that's who I need to find homes for right now in this full-size helmet break. The Patriots, the Saints, the Buccaneers, and the Raiders. So if you're interested in one or more, let me know. And of course, if you don't, we're looking for something close to what it ended on eBay. I definitely don't want to take a big step backwards on that. Might be willing to do a few dollars going backwards, but certainly not a giant leap backwards. And while we're at it, we've also got in the mini helmets, the Tennessee Titans are unpaid, and that's from a relatively new bidder with very little feedback, and I don't imagine they're going to pay. So that's where we are. Who is going to step up here? Who is interested in one or more of these teams? Full-size helmet. I need Patriots, Saints, the Raiders, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In the mini helmets, I need to find a home for the Tennessee Titans. That's where we sit right now. So anybody, where are we on this? Josh, the full-size helmet is a case of 4. So it is a full case of the Leaf Autograph full-size helmets, and there are 4 in the case. In the mini helmets, it is a full case of TriStar, and there are 10 in it. So 10 mini helmets, 4 full-size helmets. The full-size are Leaf, the minis are TriStar. It's the full-size that we have Patriots, Saints, Buccaneers, and Raiders unpaid in, and it is the mini helmets where I have the Titans sitting as unpaid. So that's where we are at the moment, needing to find a little bit of love here for those teams. You said you'd do 100 for the 4, the Patriots, Saints, Tampa Bay, and the Raiders. Okay, so that's a pretty healthy discount. That's like a 40% off discount or close to it. That's where we sit right now with an offer of 100 for the 4. If anybody else is interested, I really need to get a little bit more than that for them. These are brakes that honestly, most of the time I lose money on these full-size helmet brakes by the time I pay to ship them and all that. It's usually a break even, make $10, lose $20 kind of scenario. It's not like this is a product that's got a lot of wiggle room. But that's where we sit at the moment. And then the Titans Razor Sharp in the minis, they sold for $32 on eBay. So would be looking for something again right about that range is where we are at the moment. So Razor Sharp, let me know if you're interested in the minis. And Koenig 2064 currently has an offer out for $100 on the 4 unpaid full size. Is there any way you could do like 110 or anything like that? He says he'll do 100, and if he wins, he'll pay for the shipping. Well, if you pay for the shipping, though, that would be kind of probably more expensive than you might imagine. Koenig, could you do 110 and then we call it a day on the 4? That's still, they sold it close to 140 on eBay, 139 and some change. So that's still a pretty good little margin there if you could do the 110. All right, you're in for that? All right, you got a deal. And Razor Sharp, you're offering 30 for the Titans and mini helmets. That's fine too. You got a deal for those. What I'm going to do now is type in my eBay, my PayPal email, and I do not use this for correspondence, so please don't ever send email there and think that I'm going to see it, because I absolutely am not. But I do use that old school email for PayPal and things of that nature. So Koenig, if you could please send over your $110, we will get the spreadsheet updated to reflect that that belongs to you. And then Razor Sharp, if you can send over your 30 for the Titans, we're going to get that updated for you. While the two of you are doing that, I'm going to get them closed out on eBay, and I'm going to get the spreadsheets updated, and then we'll be back underway. So thanks everyone for your patience, and thanks for picking up that unpaid stuff to Razor Sharp and Koenig. All right, so give me just a second to get them cleared out on eBay and get our spreadsheets updated, and we'll be good to go here shortly. All right, let me just get a couple little boxes unchecked here on eBay while I try to get this canceled. All right. And I got one more set to do here. Oyster, we have not done the mini helmets yet. No, right now we're dealing with some unpaid teams, and someone's picking those up, so I'm taking care of getting them ended. They're taking care of payment. I'm updating the spreadsheet, and then we're going to get back on track. Just taking a couple extra minutes here to get that done, and then we'll be right back on track. All right. Let's get our spreadsheet back updated here. All right, just bear with me, guys. I know, I'm sorry. I know it takes a minute. And the two of you who did pick up the teams, if you would be so kind as to shoot me a message there in chat and let me know when you've got PayPal completed, I would appreciate it. I am, meanwhile, trying to get this updated. Oh no, did I go in the wrong spot? Yes, dang it, dang it, dang it. All right. Sorry, I typed something in the wrong spot, so I've got to go I'm fixing what I pasted the wrong person in the wrong spot who's picking this up, but now I believe I've got it right now. So, all right, and that was Patriots and the Saints, the Raiders, and Tampa Bay. All right, there we go. My side is done there, I believe, and we are about ready to get back to business. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the spreadsheet information up here again for those of you who might not have caught this one of the other times when we were going over it. Here's the deal. If you hit in the memorabilia break tonight, it is a free shipping break, and free shipping stuff is always just scheduled to go somewhere within the next 7 days. So could go early in the cycle, could go in middle, could go towards the end, but it would not go later than a week from today. If you're in one of these memorabilia breaks and your team is not the team pulled, you are still entitled to a trading card, a consolation card, and it is a used random card, can be from any year, any series. It's typically going to ship out with your next package when it's a free shipping break like this one. But if you want it sent sooner, you only need to send me a little message on eBay letting me know that. I'll get you taken care of. So this is going to be a 4-box case break of 2020 Leaf Autograph full-size football helmets. It is a full case break. It is break number 5. And of course ended tonight, the same night that we are breaking it, which is Tuesday night, the 17th of November. Our team names are there on the left-hand side of winning bidders. User ID across from each team with a few exceptions. And that would be the Raiders, the Patriots, the Saints, and the Buccaneers, which were unpaid by their original eBay bidder. And Koenig 2064 was kind enough to pick those up for us. So that's why you see his info there across from that one. Now, this case of full-size helmets is way too big to fit on the table, as you might imagine. So I'm going to cut this open down here in the floor and get these out of here. And thank you again, everyone, for your patience while we dealt with the unpaid stuff. I do appreciate that. All right, let me get this case box out of the way. And create us a little space to work here. And if we were to pull somebody on a collegiate helmet, same as we talked about before, there are 2 different things that can happen. A retired player on a collegiate helmet will go to the team they played for the longest. An active player on a collegiate signed helmet will go to their current team. So that's how that's going to work. Bills Cards is here. Hi, Bills Cards. We did have some unpaid teams, as a matter of fact, but we got them all squared away in the meantime. Oh, you've also got the Bills in here tonight, too? Okay, cool. Thank you, Koenig. Thank you, thank you. We can see who our first, oh, you can't see it. The sticker didn't hit where the camera could see it. I was like, oh, our first one's pretty cool, but you can't see it yet. It's Bo Jackson. So you ended up with a nice pickup right off the top. It is signed on his collegiate helmet, but you know where it goes, don't you? It's one of those little teams you just picked up. All right, there is your Bo Jackson autograph on the Auburn helmet, of course, his alma mater. Now, here's the deal. On these replica helmets, a lot of times this little piece on the back is loose, ear pads are loose, various things like that, which you can shore up once you get it, but you can see that's falling off a little bit. It is Beckett authenticated by sticker and by paper. Looks like we do have both of our ear pads present, and so we are starting off with the Bo Jackson, and a nice little hit there for the recently picked up Raiders. Yeah, so probably whoever it is that didn't pay for that originally is going, oh man, maybe I should have paid for that. So yeah, maybe you should have. Maybe. But meanwhile, see, the Mojo's taking care of you for being kind enough to pick one of them up. So how about that? It's a good way to start. All right. Oh, the OJ jersey went to you, Kunik. Oh. You know what? I know there's still a market for it. I'm sure you can still sell it if you don't want to keep it yourself. But I'm really kind of surprised that they even put him in products. I mean, I know it's been many years, but still, I didn't really think they would do that. That's crazy. Well, I know it is on a USC jersey, but still, you know. Carlos, it was the Blue Jays for the baseball jersey, Toronto. And this could go either way. I don't know which team this is signed for. You could have another hit, or it could be his current team. It's his current team. Okay. So we have got one for the Cowboys, and it is Amari Cooper. I have a slight advantage in the sense that there's a sticker on the top once you open up the outer box that tells you who the signature is. You guys, sometimes it hits the camera where you see it, sometimes not, but it is Amari Cooper for the Dallas Cowboys. We are Beckett authenticated. There's our sticker. I do not see our Beckett. Oh, now I do. Our Beckett paper COA is actually attached to the top of the inner box. Looks like both of our ear pads are present, and don't really see anything else that looks too out of whack there. So Amari Cooper and the Cowboys, the second full-size helmet out. Bo Jackson and the Raiders was the first one. All right, here comes number 3. He said, I'm going to get my workout tonight. Yeah, well, it's just this stuff is also big and bulky. All these cases that this stuff comes in, and then there's just a lot of it. And, of course, you know me, I'm always just throwing the empty boxes everywhere. And so, yeah, I do usually, on memorabilia, have to stop after each case and clear them out and clear some space. But fortunately, it doesn't take long. My shipping room is kind of right behind me, so it makes it easy. Oh, boy. This is one that I have mixed feelings about, too. It is a Pittsburgh Steeler, which is my team, but you could probably imagine who it is, since I told you I have mixed feelings about it. Those of you who know me well already know the answer to who this is, just based on that comment alone. But for those of you who don't, I'll tell you who it is. It is Antonio Brown. Yep. Mr. Antonio Brown on a Pittsburgh Steelers helmet. It is JSA authenticated, and your paper JSA authentication was again attached to that inside box. I saw it there. Both of our ear pads are present on this one. So we are Steelers, Cowboys, Raiders, and we have one more to go. All right. Chris, you said, do I have a nonstop burn pile for the cardboard or a big recycling bin? Yeah, actually, the city gave me an extra recycling bin recently because I always had mine full and tons of extra stuff on the curb. So now I have 2 big recycling bins and generally fill them both up most weeks between the cardboard and things that we break, and then of course the shipping boxes that they come in and all that. It is really easy to fill those things up for sure. All right, so our last full-size helmet. Survey says, oh, it is a nice one. This is about to make somebody happy. I don't know if it's going to be collegiate or pro, but the player's nice. The last one we pulled like this was pro. However, it's stuck in there. Holy cow. Hang on. Like it seriously won't come out of there. I don't quite know why. Please come out of there. What the heck? Good Lord. Okay, the inner box just isn't coming out. So I don't know why, but it won't come out. So the heck with it. We're not going to spend all night arguing with it. Because look who we've got, baby. Justin Herbert. Chargers. And it is Beckett authenticated, sticker on the back, and your Beckett paper COA tucked in right there as well. So that's how we end it. We are the Chargers and Justin Herbert. How we end it for the full size, not for the night. And then Antonio Brown, the Steelers, Amari Cooper for the Cowboys, and then Bo Jackson for the Raiders. So that is how this case of full-size helmets closed out tonight. Have no idea why that inner box wouldn't come out of the outer box, but hey, it's all good. Helmet's what we needed to see. So I need a hot second to get this out of the way, then we're going to come back and dive into our mini helmets. Last one, and then I'll be back with you. Okay, let me bring forward the case of mini helmets. Get them sitting here, and we'll get back to business. Excuse me. Yeah, asthma. It doesn't like cold weather, my asthma. Yeah, so probably some of you have seen this a bunch by now. A few of you may not have seen it yet. If you hit, it's going to go out sometime within the next 7 days. If you don't hit, consolation card typically held and sent with your next package. I do keep track of it for a rolling 90-day period. If you don't hit and you don't want to wait for your next package, send me a message on eBay. Let me know that you'd like to have that consolation card sent right away. I'll hook you up. All right. So that is the deal there. It is a 10-box case of 2020 TriStar Series 2 autographed mini football helmets this time. Break number 7. Also ended tonight on eBay, same night we're breaking it, Tuesday night, the 17th of November. Team names are on the left-hand side, winning bidder eBay user ID across from each team there on the opposite side. And one team, of course, the Titans, unpaid by its original eBay bidder. That's why you see it there noted as a second, because it was picked up here in chat. So we hope that Razor Sharp has as good a luck with his second chance pickup there as we had in the full-size helmets for Koenig. All right, let's get these out of this case. Right now I have both Leaf and TriStar mini helmets hanging around here, and both Leaf and TriStar full-size helmets. So you'll see me kind of alternate between those. On the TriStar full-size helmets, though, they are authentic helmets, authentic NFL helmets. They're not replicas. And they are rather expensive to buy, in fact, extremely expensive to buy. So we just break those one at a time. And obviously the Leaf full-size, you know, we break in cases of 4 like we just did. And of course our mini helmets, it's a case of 10 either way, whether it's Leaf or TriStar, and I just kind of alternate between them. But tonight, it's a TriStar kind of night. So now that we have our 10 out of here, let's move this around a little so I got some room to work. Same story as before. If it is on a collegiate helmet, current players to active teams, retired players, teams they played for the longest. Joker's tried like that Justin Herbert hit for the Chargers. I know, me too. It was a good hit, wasn't it? Koenig, yes, I will probably ship the jersey and the helmet in the same box. Generally speaking, that's what I do. Sometimes, depends on the box I use, sometimes they don't fit, but with this one, I think I can finagle it, and I think they will come together. But if they do ship separately, of course, I would let you know you'd have 2 different tracking numbers. So the first thing I see is the Buffalo Bills, and it is Billy Shaw with a Hall of Fame inscription. And it is TriStar hologram sticker authenticated, and it looks like our TriStar paper COA. You can see that little red and blue down there through the hole in the back. It means our TriStar COA is tucked under that flap. And sometimes those paper COAs are in that flap, sometimes they are not. But as long as the sticker is present on the item, you're good to go. Especially with TriStar, because their stuff is generic. In other words, it's not specific to the item. Their paper COAs aren't. The stickers obviously are. Paper COAs are not. I've got a Dallas Cowboy. Who is it? It is Mel Renfro for Dallas and the Cowboys. And it is also TriStar authenticated. We see the sticker there on the back. There's your Mel Renfro signature Hall of Fame inscription. And I see that little familiar red and blue down there in the cutout. So I once again believe that your paper COA is tucked in that bottom flap. And where is that it? Where is our little sticker that we need to cut? Falcons. Andre Rison. Falcons don't hit as often as some of the other teams, so that's nice when they come out. It is a flat white helmet, which is also kind of cool. TriStar authenticated, our sticker there on the back, and I believe I see the edge of our paper COA, I think, will be tucked under that flap. So Bills, Cowboys, and Atlanta Falcons at the moment. Well, if I can get my hands on it. It is Lenny Moore for the Colts. And it also has a Hall of Fame inscription, the most popular of all the inscriptions, clearly. TriStar hologram authentication. I do believe I see the edge of the paper COA tucked under the flap there. So we're Bills, Colts, Cowboys, and Falcons at this moment in time. Billy Shaw was the one for Buffalo. Chargers. And a Chargers kind of night. This is Fred Dean Hall of Fame inscription, and it is TriStar hologram authenticated. And yeah, I think once again, I think I see the edge of our paper COAs probably tucked under your flap. Whoops, that's the wrong way, isn't it? Well, we'll get it flipped around right eventually. The Rams are in business. A little Tom Mack for the Rams Hall of Fame inscription as well. TriStar hologram authenticated, and what is that? Is that the... I don't know, that looked kind of weird. I think that's the paper COA. Yeah, it is the paper COA. Okay. It's just the way it was laying. I'm like, what is that under there? So yeah, that's what it was. We're all good. Just get him tucked back in. And the Rams have a Tom Mack. All right, so we are 6 down and 4 to go here in the land of mini helmets. This looks like it's collegiate signed, whoever it is. Texas A&M. Oh, it's Myles Garrett. Huh, there you go. For Cleveland and the Browns. Not a ton of Myles Garrett stuff signed out there, actually. So that's kind of cool. His signature there on the Texas A&M helmet. And that appears to be JSA authenticated. We see the sticker on the back, and there's your JSA paperwork front and center. We don't have to guess where that paper COA is. Oh, I like the looks of that helmet. Oh, wow, that's not somebody you pull very often either. It's Tony Boselli for Jacksonville. Usually you pull Brunell for Jacksonville, but look at that. That's nice looking. First of all, I like the helmet. Secondly, the gold signature is quite nice on it. And it is TriStar hologram authenticated. And I do see our COA, paper COA, is going to be tucked under that bottom flap. So Colts, Chargers, Rams, Browns, Jacksonville, the Bills, the Cowboys, and the Falcons are the first that we've seen tonight. This is also on a collegiate helmet, on an Ohio State University helmet, bringing us Archie Griffin. Wow, all right then. And there is your Archie Griffin signature. And it's got some Heisman, I guess, is what the HT would stand for, Heisman Trophy. There is a player authentication sticker as well as a TriStar hologram authentication sticker. Looks like your TriStar paper is stuck in under there as well. And that's a guy that you don't pull very often either in Archie Griffin. So next up, we've got one left. But you know what? I got to think about this, because did Archie Griffin, did he ever play in the NFL? I mean, I know he was like all that and a box of chocolates in college, but did he ever play in the NFL? We're going to have to look that up, because if he didn't, that would go out using random.org, and everybody would have a shot at it if he didn't play in the NFL. And I'm not sure that he did, truthfully. Wouldn't swear to it, though, so that's why we're going to look it up. Okay, there's Steve Largent, and that is on a nice-looking Seattle Seahawks helmet. And also your Hall of Fame inscription. There's your TriStar hologram authentication sticker, and looks like I can see the edge of your paper down in there as well under the flap. But we got to go back to old Archie Griffin here, because honestly, I'm not certain that he played in the NFL. So I'm going to go find out. How about that? We're just going to go look that up right now. My gut says he didn't, but maybe he did and I'm just forgetting it. That's definitely possible based on when it was, you know. It's definitely possible that I don't remember it and he did. La 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 la. Yeah, he did. Okay. So he played with the Bengals. I really didn't remember. Honestly, guys, I did not remember him playing in the NFL at all. And it says that he did play with the Bengals for a long time, too. Like 7 seasons. And I didn't remember him playing in the NFL at all. Well, doesn't that just figure? Well, it's before my time, all right? I mean, I was alive, but barely, so... Yeah, you guys are all like Bengals now. See, I wasn't looking at chat right then, but I see that several of you were like, yeah, Bengals. Yep, you're right. He was Archie Griffin for the Bengals. I swear to you, I did not remember him playing in the NFL. He must not have much of an impact, because I don't remember him in there. I mean, at the pro level, not much of an impact. So Archie Griffin for the Bengals. Tony Boselli for Jacksonville. Nice looking helmet hit for the Jags. Nice looking Seahawks helmet there for Steve Largent. We've got another collegiate signature here, Myles Garrett, that goes to the Browns, his current team. We've got the Rams and Tom Mack. I've got the Chargers over here with Fred Dean, followed by the Colts and Lenny Moore, Andre Rison, and the Falcons. So that's a team that doesn't hit a lot in these kinds of things either. So several teams who don't hit as often did well tonight too. Mel Renfro came out for the boys. They do hit a lot in this stuff. And then finally, Billy Shaw came out for Buffalo and the Bills. All right, so there you go. That is our break for tonight and our recap. Now, what I'm going to do next is put up the spreadsheet information. We're going to take another look at what's breaking in the days ahead in case you missed that and you want to know what's coming up. We're going to do that. And then we'll also take one final pass through the shipping info, which I would imagine everybody's seen by now several times. But hey, you never know. People do jump in and out. So tomorrow night it is a Leaf autographed baseball bat followed by an 8-box inner case of Illusions football. On Thursday night we're going to open a half case of TriStar autographed official footballs along with a half case of Donruss Optic Choice baseball, which frankly I forgot I had. And Friday we have one new release. It's Leaf Ultimate Draft Baseball. And assuming that UPS actually delivers it to us on Friday, which we hope they will, we will be opening a 12-box case of that. Both Saturday and Sunday will be off nights. And now one more time through this little rodeo. It's hard to believe anybody could have missed it, but just on the off chance. If you hit in the memorabilia break, your item's going to ship to you sometime between now and this time next week. And it could be at the beginning, could be in the middle, could be toward the end, but it would not be later than 7 days from today if you hit. If you did not hit, your consolation card can be from any year and any series. I keep track of it for a rolling 90-day period and typically would send it out with your next package since, since this is a paid shipping break. I'm sorry, my cat just did something funny and it just made me laugh. I apologize. And what was I telling you? Oh, right, your consolation card. And so then if you do want it sent separately, you can just send me a message on eBay and let me know. I know, my cat's just, I don't know, our cat's being crazy and it's just making me laugh. I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought for a minute. But I think you got the general idea anyway. So once again, thank you everyone for being here. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for your patience while we resold those unpaid teams. Thank you for those of you who picked up those unpaid teams. And thanks to everyone for joining me tonight. So stay safe and happy and healthy. Come see me again. I'll be back at it tomorrow night. And until next time, bye now.